Um, hi Neville. Hi Damir. Um,
Hey,
uh, let's just wait for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Hi guys.
Hi
yo,
the um, yeah. So this was supposed to be a merge meeting between Team One and Team Two. Um, Pranjal reached out to me yesterday and he asked me to he suggested to like merge the meeting, and I told him that it's totally fine, we can do that. But he hasn't reached out to me since then, so I guess we will have to um, continue it and do it as a normal team one meeting. Yeah. So as you all know, there has been a lot of activity going on in the channel, and uh, yeah. So if anyone, I know all of you have like performed different kind of stuff. So if anyone wants to share anything, I can allow the screen share, and you can basically go ahead and share whatever you have done and your findings, etc.
Uh, Owais, I don't know if I should share this notebook that is right now. It's only on a collab, but you have everybody a link, and I will put in later today. I will just do with RLC and then finish with that and put in a GitHub later today.
Okay, okay. Um, yeah, okay. So, um, Level, if you do you have anything to share?
I had posted the ResNet feature extraction on the Slack channel and put it on the GitHub as well. But if you want, I can show it and explain it. I mean, just for a few of
Uh,
us here, if you don't have anything to share, if you want, like,
um, so I was just like I was just giving everyone. I just wanted to give an opportunity to everybody. So since from the last couple of meetings, I have been sharing my stuff and everything. So today I just wanted to give an opportunity to all of you. Um, if you are like feeling comfortable to share something that you have done. But yeah, if you don't want to share it, I know you have extracted features using ResNet. Have you uploaded the data to?
yeah, I'm going to do that right now. I'm just putting the code for the pickle. Then I will zip it into the zip file and put the class labels as well. Do you want me to put the labels as well, or
y-
just the images?
Yeah, so just make a simple text file uh, in the folder uh, and just like write the corresponding like for example in the first three batches I was using 0 as a all class and 1 as a him class. Then for the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, then for the fourth batch I switched that. So just so that everyone can know which labels are currently which label to use for a certain data set. Just save a text file in the folder and write the corresponding labels in. Uh,
Yeah, I get that. I have anyways put 0 as ALL and 1 as hem because to be consistent um, with the validation labels. That's why I just put it all the same.
yeah.
Um, but do you want me to store the labels into a pickle file as well? I mean, if anyone wants, they can just extract it.
So the labels in the validation, which labels are you talking about?
I'm talking about the the ALL and hem like zeros and ones. Do you want me to store that as well? Because I put it as an array, and you can always you can always extract it from a pickle file
Yes.
and just use it directly into the model.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So you haven't attached the labels to the test test data frame?
Yeah, I have attached it.
Yes, and
Um,
then that's fine. Or if you can include it in the folder, then that would also be okay. So but there shouldn't be any problem. Like it's fine.
okay, all right.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, I have not put the labels into the data frame. I've put it as separate. But what if you want, I can put it into the data frame as well. I'll just do that. That's better.
yeah, attaching that to the data frame would be
Yeah,
it
I'll do
would be
that.
easier for others to like use. Um, Wallace, go ahead.
Hi everyone. Sorry by the late joining to the meeting. So I was in another job here.
It's fine.
Uh,
We just started.
uh, just uh, to understand what will be the plan today and so far.
Yeah, so let me just share my screen for
Uh,
um,
I will just have one question before you go regarding these labels, because I was looking at the Wallace's these graphs, outputs, and again, I'm a little bit confused. Why we have now less zeros and more ones? Are
yeah,
we changing?
yeah. So I switched the labels for the batch 4 data. So if you download the batch 4 data, there is this class label text file, and if you open it, I have mentioned which class is
Okay, okay,
yeah.
that's okay. That answered what I wanted to know. Yeah,
Yeah, so like Neville mentioned, I switched it to just to match the labels in the validation data folder of the dataset.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That we discussed before. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Wallace, you wanted to know about where we are and what to do next, something like that, yeah?
Yeah, just because I coming late, so I'm just want to make sure if I'm not missing anything.
No, we just started the meeting like 5-6 minutes ago. So yeah, so regarding
Okay.
regarding our experiments, uh, so I'm pretty sure all of you are familiar with this table by now, so I will not explain everything. So this is the batch 4 data that's uh, as of now only Wallace has uh, tried out training different classifiers on it, and he hasn't um, done any hyperparameter optimization or anything. He just basically trained us plain simple classifiers. Um, and for that,
Always.
yeah.
Just just for XG boost, I use Optuna, but no other
Okay,
hyperparameter
so for
tuning
XGBoost,
technique
you have
and
used.
not any extra XML method, right?
Okay, so
But
these
for
are.
the XGBoost, I use Optuna.
Okay. So these scores are then up. This should be, yeah. Okay, I thought you didn't use Optina.
We can clarify that now or later, but I reported two sets for XGBoost, one without Optuna and another with Optuna for XGBoost.
Okay, so just to
But
try.
the results are quite similar.
Okay, yeah. So I was just about to talk about the results that you got from the batch 4 data. So just by looking at the F1 score and recall and precision, there is not a lot of improvement, you can say. But if you look at the confusion matrix, so let me find a confusion matrix that we used on the batch 1 data. So
So
this is on batch 1 data. So if you notice on batch 1 data, this is the data that this is basically data in its pure form. We did not perform any image augmentation or anything on it. So this is the minority class, and we are seeing that more than half of the time the classifier is misclassifying this him class. So out of almost
mm,
400 times, it's misclassifying 280 times. So this was pretty bad, and now that the current on batch 4 data, this is the data that we performed image augmentation and everything on. So if we
so this one is logistic regression. So the others are in the
Oh,
comments.
sorry. This one. Yeah. So if we notice here, this is the minority class. Remember, we switched the labels. So now this is the minority class, and we can see that more than more than half of the time, the model is correctly predicting uh, this class. So this is quite a significant improvement if we compare it to the batch
Oh
one.
yeah, I agree. Now I agree. I got your point.
Yeah. So from the recall and precision scores, it gets a bit confusing to figure out which one is performing better. But if you look at the confusion matrices, then there is quite a significant amount of improvement um, in this in classifying the minority class. Uh, and yeah, but uh, in case of I have compared the all class as well. So the batch 4 data is slightly uh, performing poor on for the all class, but it's not that much of like performance drop, so we can neglect it. Yeah, so this is just something that I spent some time today to figure out which whether our batch 4 data is improving the performance or not. Oh, what happened to my English today? Sorry. Um, yeah, so this is where we are right now. So what I'm thinking I want to do next is I want you guys to perform hyperparameter optimization has already been done on the batch 4 data. So the next experiment should be to use the batch 4 data and perform hyperparameter optimization, which has already been done, and feature selection. And similarly for this batch 5 data. So the next two experiments should be for batch 4, perform hyperparameter optimization and feature selection, and for batch 5, perform hyperparameter optimization and feature selection, and get the results for these experiments. Uh, so yeah, and don't bother with ensemble learning for now. Uh, this is something that we will be uh, doing in the next in the coming third or fourth experiment. So the next two experiments, just don't bother with ensemble learning. Yeah, that's all from my side. I For the feature selection, I will say that uh, which one was it? Yeah, ANOVA, or look up for uh, ANOVA F-test method for feature selection. So ANOVA is basically I did some research on it, and ANOVA fits our data set. So do some research on it, but try using ANOVA for feature selection and random forest for feature selection. Um, and yeah, that's it. So um, yeah, Wallace, you have your hand raised.
Okay, so from your explanation, now I got your point. So although we have overall accuracy not that good, but we improved the accuracy for hand cells, right? So even it's poor, but it's improved, right?
Yeah, so it's like yeah, it's not ever you can just look at the accuracy, the precision and recall scores and identify the improvement. But if you look at the confusion matrices, then yes, you can clearly see that for the batch 4 data, the classification performance for the him class has increased. So yeah.
Yes. So, okay, I agree. And for the next steps, we should explore more feature selection options. So I did some experiments with random forest feature importance, and the results were quite same. So I can try different ones like now.
ANOVA.
Wow,
Try
ANOVA,
ANOVA.
right?
Yeah.
I
I
will
will
try
share.
that.
Yeah, I will share a article, a blog on ANOVA. It basically shows the implementation of and everything of how to perform ANOVA.
Right. So, and also you talk about ensemble learning. So, random forest and XGBoost are already ensemble, right? So we are talking about an extra layer of ensembles.
So ensemble learning is like combining 2 or 3 models, okay? And let's say
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we will train 3 models and we will get different results from each model. So let's say out of the 3 models, 2 models, uh, 2 models output 1 for a certain class, and 1 model outputs zeros. So based on the majority count, so 2 models says that the output is 1, then the final output would be 1. So
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I get your point. So I'm just trying to clarify because random forest and XGBoost are already ensemble,
yeah,
but we
yeah,
need
yeah.
to
Okay, now
create
I see what
an
you're saying.
extra layer of ensemble with different models, right?
Yeah.
By stacking them or
Yeah, yeah.
average them or
So you
something like
mean
that,
that
right?
random forest and XGBoost are, yeah, they are already ensemble
Yeah,
models. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh,
just to clarify that one. Okay.
yeah, to be honest, I am not sure about that. So, uh, we,
Yeah, they take different trees and then they take the average of the mode of the results, right?
no, no, yeah,
That's the
I'm sure about that, but I'm not sure if we can stack them together as an ensemble. Like if we can use random forest and XGBoost together in an ensemble learning fashion.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about that. That is something that you will have to look up on the internet.
Yeah, I will make some research on that.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Damir, you have your hand raised.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just
thanks.
wanted to see if you want me maybe just to share this notebook that I finished yesterday, just to make sure what I did with Optuna, and if I should do the similar thing for the batch 4.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to make you a host, make you host, and
Is there any way that you just make the share, or what I have to do now?
so there is a share screen icon
Okay.
on
Let me.
on the bottom.
Yeah. I did this now, so let's see if I can.
So I'm sorry, just while Dami is sharing, let me ask a last question. So we need to test another or different hyperparameter tunings as well, or
No, no,
Optuna
no.
is enough?
Optina is enough. Just uh, incorporate feature selection to your pipeline.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Trying to move this. So do you see the screen?
Yeah, yeah. We can see the screen.
Okay, so I just wanted in this spreadsheet, it's everything what I did in this notebook, except the last thing. The last thing is from my laptop, because I could run a randomized search. This is like a 3 cross validation and 100 iterations. So practically 300 fit, no problem for my GPU on my laptop. But if I try to do Optuna, it's just failing. So that's why this random search you can compare with this with Optuna because sorry, the one with the with the 3 faults CV3. So these are practically the same parameters that I started working with, and now you can see the results, right? So let's say here I just at the end we have all these models and just normalized. So we can see those that are like at the best, maybe 94, 67, 95, 66, or 93, 67. So these are like the best. The other are going a little bit down on some of this ham or all. So these and this at the bottom, like we have unnormalized, so you can see the numbers. So what I did at the beginning, I started with the sound. Just a moment, I have to stop this. So you can. I started with just copy some information, you know, about the configure Optuna with the parameters. So and then I noticed that after the first, this one here, Optuna was going on a right edge of this 3 that are integer that you can see easily, right? So you can see that they were going on the right edge. And here also 485, the right edge was 500. So that's why I was playing with these 3 parameters and changing the edges. So here I increased to 12, and again Optiva the chosen 12, and similar like this. So I was playing with this to get this result, you know. And also when you go on the results with Optiva, somewhere at the top, you will see. We go maybe for 3, 4. You will see here that maybe is using more of this maximum depth going here, like again to this edge. Not just the best one, but the majority is moving to the edge. So that's why I was doing this, playing with this a little bit, you know. So that's how I did with Optiva, and then on the last 2 Optiva was I find somewhere people are using this cross validation score, and that's when I use here with the mean, practically three of this result that we got for each fold. Then as an output from Optuna, we get the average of that. That was the output. And then the last one was like a change to 5 folds, but did a little bit better result, but not so much. So normally you could go with the 10 folds, but then I lost my units on a Colab Pro, so I didn't want to play anymore. So I think, I don't know if you want me to go in some other details of that, but this is for this batch 1 that I tried to do to get practically squeeze the maximum.
Yeah, I have gone through your spreadsheet that you shared the spreadsheet you shared in channel, and yeah, I have noticed that you have done a lot of experiments with the hyperparameter tuning, and and you have managed to squeeze a lot from the batch 1 data, to be honest. So yeah, I would like to uh, see if you try all of this for the batch 4 data
Mm-hmm.
uh, and incorporate feature selection as well. Uh, yeah, or you can just try to like do this of hyperparameter tuning first, share the results in the channel, and after that, if you had the time and if you could perform feature selection, then you can go ahead and do that as well.
Okay, okay. So I'll practically do the similar, except I will not keep like this, all these parameters the same, because maybe different data will have a different, outputs here,
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so just to explain, this top is what the best parameters came out, and this in the bottom is just a range that was in Optuna, So that's just to understand this here. So that's why you see that here I was just going always at the edge, and except this one was in the middle, So that was like the thing. And then let's say here when I have like a 416, I noticed that it's moving not only the edge, it start moving everywhere. And then I going to the middle. Then I changed a little bit the lower, the left edge here. See, so again, because when you have a big range, then Puna in 100 tries can do, a less coverage, right? But so that's why I was playing. So I can start right with the one and see how it does, and then change parameters according to that. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I would suggest like don't use these um, parameters for the batch 4 data because, like you said, these parameters might not work for batch 4 data. So just start your experiments
Well,
from.
I will start with the first one. Let's say,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
as a start, right, with this number one, and according what this results will be, I might change something or not, but just not copy exactly this.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay. Yeah, that's great work, Damir.
Okay. Thanks. So I think we are probably close to 5 minutes. Recently, I just got a message about 10 minutes. So,
Um,
so how can I change? I can stop sharing
yeah,
and
you
then
click on.
change host.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm stopping sharing now. Uh, where I can change the host.
Hover the mouse on my name, and there will be a three dotted icon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, click on it, and there should be an option for make a host.
Go ahead.
Soumya is asking in the chat, in order to perform feature selection using ANOVA, do we need to scale the data? In the paper, Owais said before the authors perform min-max scalar before performing ANOVA. Uh, Soumya, I am not sure about that, but yeah, that's something that you will have to like experiment and experiment for yourself. Um, but the only problem that I have with min-max scalar in our case is that we use min-max scalar normally for like scaling down the feature values. Um, and the feature values in our dataset are already very low. Like most of the values are between the 0 to 1 in 0 to 1 range. So I don't know why would we use min-max scalar, but again, I'm not um, very um, informed on min-max scalar, so I don't have a lot of knowledge on it. So there is some maybe I'm just wrong about the whole thing, and yeah, that's something that you will have to try and see for yourself. So yeah. Neville, you have got your hand raised.
Yeah, actually, I just want to say that I have not done hyperparameter tuning before, but anyways, I will try with ANOVA, and because I don't know Optuna, and this is the first time I'm hearing of Optuna actually, so I will try out with ANOVA and see where it leads to. Also, I'm going to upload the data right now, the batch. I've zipped it. I will send it. And I just wanted to tell, basically, I'm using Kiran's crop code, if that's fine, right?
Yeah, but you have extracted features, right?
Yeah, extracted everything done. I had scaled it, resized it, extracted the features, and
Yeah.
from talked
So
with Kiran's
so
code and
for the
stuff.
next steps, like for feature selection and everything, you don't need to like do everything from the start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
hyperparameter tuning using Optuna is very simple. I was introduced to it. I was also introduced to it just a couple of days ago by during one of the meetings. Rich mentioned it. So I was also
oh,
new to it, but it's very simple. You will get a hang of it quickly.
okay. Anyways, I'll try with the ANOVA since you mentioned that.
Yeah. So the our main objective for this week is to try to incorporate ANOVA feature selection and hyperparameter optimization.
Yeah,
Yeah, on batch 4 and
okay,
batch 5 data.
okay, okay. And and yeah, actually, just to answer about Owais, I mean not Owais, sorry, Somya. Actually, we have already scaled it, so we don't really need to scale our images again. So, because we did it divided by 255, right?
Yeah,
So we've already pretty much scaled it.
yeah,
Yeah, but
but
that's image, you know. So
yeah,
when you get features, they could be, I think, even 10. One of them are one, you know. So it's just
yeah. So like again, I said, it's something that you guys will have to experiment
Right.
and see
Makes
for
sense.
yourself if it makes any difference
Mm,
or not.
makes sense.
Um, and it's very simple. Like scaling, using min-max scaler is very simple. So I would suggest try doing both, scaling it and without scaling.
Right. Okay. Okay. Understood.
Mm, yeah. Uh, yeah. So just to make sure, I will reiterate myself. The main objective for this week is to perform feature selection and hyperparameter optimization on batch 4 and batch 5 data. Um, yeah. And if there is nothing to say anymore, if you guys have nothing to share, we can end the meeting.
Always.
Yeah.
So ensemble will be for next week or not? Oh,
Yeah, so ensemble will be, yeah, we will be doing that in the next week. Yep. We still have like at least 2 or 2.5 weeks for these experimentations. So
hmm.
yeah, we have a lot of time for that.
Okay. So another question. I was thinking this will be a merge meeting for team 1 and team 2. So we will have another meeting in the sequence or not. I didn't understand that.
Um, yeah, the meeting is about to end. I will quickly answer your question. So Pranjal reached out to me and he told me that we should arrange this meeting as a merge meeting. And I said, okay, it's fine with me. So yeah, this meeting was supposed to be a merge meeting, but then Pranjal didn't reach out to me after the message. So
Oh, got it.
I'm not sure about whether he's going to schedule another meeting or what he's going to